Diet Coke. That's part of the topic of today's video, sadly. So to start this off, I'm going to give you a little explanation of exactly where these events took place. North Sentinel Island. Now, for those of you who don't know about this island, good for you, but now you're going to know about it. North Sentinel Island is an island that is essentially cut off from the rest of society. There's a tribe on this island called the Sentinelese, and they live there. They don't have much contact with outsiders, and when they do, it doesn't really end well for the outsider, okay? Not at all, not even a little. As you can tell, they're pretty damn suspicious of outsiders because they fear us. I mean, we're scary to them. They've lived on their own on that island for so long that, the outside is kind of a mystery to them, and it isn't a mystery that they really want to delve into. That's why in India, it is highly illegal to go to this island. Now, keep that in mind. It's more to protect people than to punish them, honestly, because trust me, you do not want to go there. See, because the tribe in North Sentinel Island are so wary of outsiders, they typically kill any outsiders they find. That's why it's so dangerous to go there. Not only that, but going there can expose the people on North Sentinel Island to diseases that they can't fight because they don't have the proper treatment like the type we have here. The only people who go there, and keep in mind this is with high security, are small teams of officials and scientists that give them sort of offerings with things such as bananas and coconuts. Now, I want you to keep all of this in mind when I tell you this story, because apparently our guy, Mikhail, Google Translate's got that.
Михайло Вікторович Поляков.
Yeah, that guy thought it would be a great idea to go to this island. The one that is extremely illegal to go to. Yet dude decided to go there and put the people on that island in danger, which is just insensitive. I mean, these people can die from the simplest things. Now, I know some people may think that it doesn't really matter because the people on this island have killed people that have visited it. But you got to keep in mind that to them, we are probably scary since they don't see people like us too often. And you also got to keep in mind that they are living away from society and are still living the way that people from thousands of years ago lived. They don't have technology. They don't know the norms, they don't really understand how we act because they've just been acting their own way over there on their isolated island. So it's like they don't really understand how we act. And also, laws are quite literally put in place for this, so going there is ultimately your fault in the end. So back to our guy. I'm just gonna Google Translate do that again.
Михайло Вікторович Поляков.
So let's circle back to the start of the video where I said that Diet Coke would be a part of this. Our guy,
Михайло Вікторович Поляков,
gave Diet Coke and a coconut to the tribe as a peace offering. Now, like I said, officials and scientists give them sort of offerings with things like bananas and coconuts, right? For that, I assume they give them multiple bananas and coconuts. Our guy,
Михайло Вікторович Поляков,
gave them one Diet Coke and one coconut. What are they going to do with that? Split it up among thousands that live in that island? I mean, come on, man. At least have the decency to give them multiple. It's disappointing. Not only that this guy put the tribe on the island in danger for content, he also collected a sample of the sand. I don't understand what he was going to do with the sample of the sand, but he took it anyway. Now, like I said earlier, it is illegal to go to this island. So 2 days after he went to the island, he was arrested. At this point, I don't know what's going to happen to the dude. He might end up facing the charges and he might not. Honestly, either way, I don't see it ending well for him. He's either going to go to jail and pay a fine, or he's not going to be charged, but he's going to be remembered as the guy who stupidly went to North Sentinel Island and left a Diet Coke as a peace offering. So both outcomes are honestly terrible for him. He's pretty much risked his entire career just to go to an island and also put the entire population on the island at risk for content. At the end of the day, he can't really blame anyone but himself. There were literal laws in place for this, and I'm assuming he knew that. And even if he didn't, it's pretty obvious you shouldn't go there. Anyway, that's all I have for today's video. I'm going to try to actually stick to my weekly videos. I know I'm not doing a great job at it, but I'm trying, so just bear with me. Anyways, I hope you guys have a good day. Stay safe and don't go to this island.
I'm the man in the city, just like I'm Erling Haaland. If you talking money to me, baby, then you know I'm calling. Friends be looking at me like you probably should've gone to college.